Hey, friends, and welcome into TexAgs Rewind, presented by Specs. Looking for that perfect pairing for everyone on the table. Share the fun during the Thanksgiving sale at Specs. Cheers to savings.
No composure.
Fan show, like every once in a while, one of us will say something, and
This is the best show on TexAgs. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all need to listen to us. This is hilarious. My gosh, David.
The breaks are good.
That was so funny. Yeah, the in-between's funny, too. We're great.
Yeah, the breaks.
This is the best part of TexAgs.
At least one side of the table is professional.
Well, this is true, and that is Hunter Shurtleff. Hunter,
yes.
What are your favorite part of the show today?
I was busy this morning, didn't get to catch all of it, but my man Swope, I did get to listen to, so I'm going Ryan Swope.
Roy May.
Yeah, I'm the same with Swope. I really liked y'all's conversation, talk about, kind of comparison back to the 2012 year and this team, and just having a player's perspective on what he's seeing from a team.
Yep. Matt?
Oh, fan show. We're great.
I don't know if they made the cut. We're about to find out from
That's still my
Nick.
favorite part.
Scoot?
Fan show.
Yeah. Because he knows we're funny.
Yes.
Fan show.
I mean,
David, what was your favorite part of the show?
my favorite part of the show was,
He can't say.
Aaron Torres.
That's like picking your favorite child. He can't do
yeah, it's
that.
probably Ryan Swope.
Who's your favorite kid?
I can't do that. Yeah. The fan show was pretty good today, though, especially the stuff that didn't make the air. Nick, who's on the fan or on the rewind?
Go Hour, Ryan Swope, Aaron Torres in the fan show.
You guys made the cut.
Skill.
Nick's my guy. Nick's my guy.
Duh.
Number 2, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback from Indiana, last week threw for 201 yards and a touchdown and rushed for 24 yards and a touchdown in a 55-10 blowout of Maryland. On the season, 2,124 passing yards and 25 touchdowns. He's rushed for 220 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And let's do number 1, because he's number 1 in our hearts and number 10 on the field.
Yeah, Marcel Reed, the Texas A&M quarterback. Hey, call me homerific if you want to. I don't care. This not... I do not have him number 1 on my list.
Drinkowitz has him number 1, too.
Right. I don't have number 1 on my list because I'm from College Station. I'm number 1 on the list because he's the most spectacular, most outstanding player, in my opinion. The last time Reed was in action, he led A&M to a 49-25 victory over LSU, in which he passed for 202 yards and 2 touchdowns and rushed for 108 and 2 touchdowns in that win. Overall, he's 20th in the nation, I think, in total offense with 2,321 yards. He's passed for 1,972 yards and 17 touchdowns, rushed for 349 and 6 scores, and he has some of the most greatest Heisman moments of the
Electric
season.
Moments, yep.
With the 11-yard game-winning touchdown pass to beat Notre Dame, the 41-yard run for a touchdown against LSU. He's just what about the pass?
Arkansas one should have counted, I wish.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot of amazing moments. So Marcel Reed, in my mind, is if he's not on everybody's list, he should be number 1. I think he's the most outstanding player.
Let's get him to New York.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Johnny was just the fierce competitor that he loved winning.
Yeah.
You step on that field with him, we were going to go, we're going to go try to put up 50 points. And I think Marcel has that vision. And I saw more, like last year, like when he stepped into the game against LSU last year, I saw a different football team.
Yeah.
They respond like this team.
And you felt it immediately.
You felt it.
Yeah.
This guy is bringing out a completely different football team and brings out the best of Texas A&M. And so that's dangerous. And when you have your team playing together and grooving, they're all having fun. It's special. I think the guy's got me and McGee were talking about it. He's got a good shot at winning the Heisman. I think the level he's playing at is, he's extremely talented, and I think his teammates rally around him.
They got to keep winning.
And he figures out a way to win, man.
Well, do you remember my tired talking point last year? And I'll remind you. The audience is like, Nuño, we've heard this before. But I said that we would have looked at Marcel differently if the defense made some plays last year. Because Marcel put that team on his back outside of the Texas game, where the offense just struggled, and that was a very good defense. But he put them in positions to win the Auburn game at the end. He put them in position to win in overtime. He put them in position to beat USC. Okay, but the defense last year, this year they've been phenomenal, but last year failed them in those final drives.
Sure.
If they get those 2 extra wins, how differently do we look at Marcel Reed? Well, we're seeing that this year, and he has absolutely taken a step up from last year to this year, no doubt, and he's got the playmakers around him. But, I remember saying that often last year, Marcel's not the problem. The problem is we're not tackling. They're tackling.
Yeah.
Cassius Howe's getting to the quarterback.
Well, the offensive line is doing it.
And the offensive
phenomenal.
line, yeah.
I mean, that people don't realize, like in 2012, it's another thing. Like Johnny had an incredible offensive line. And this offensive line this year, I'm not comparing them to 2012, but these guys are experienced and they know what they're doing. And I mean, obviously Marcel is an incredible talent, but if you've got if you set the tone at the line of scrimmage, you're going to win football games.
Yeah.
It always starts up front. And so those guys have just done a great job of protecting Marcel.
Okay, no, it's interesting because, Feinbaum, who, he's great at what he does. I'm not a Feinbaum guy because I don't believe that I don't think he believes 80% of what he says. I always joke he's got a little dartboard at home and it's, hired or fired. And, he's got about 8 names. It's like Lincoln Riley. We should fire him this week. We should hire Lincoln Riley in Florida. It's like, and so like when he started with what would Indiana's record be against Alabama? I was the one that was like, well, wait a second. What would Texas A&M's record be against Alabama? Because Texas A&M hasn't really beaten anybody. So I bring that up to say that, well, they have beaten people. Their best win is out of conference. So I bring it up to say 2 things can be true, is that you are what your record says you are. I think A&M got some breaks, but I guess there's 3 things that are true in this case. I think as we go deeper into this college football playoff era, and I just mentioned how great this season has been, I do think it's going to be sort of unfulfilling because I think we're just going to have these years with these huge conferences where there's just so much imbalance, David. I mean, you look at, I know this isn't the perfect example, but like the ACC has so many teams and it's like there's so many good teams. And I'm using the word good in air quotes. I don't think that the top or the middle of the ACC is very good. But all those teams don't even play each other. I mean, there's a world where there's 3-4 teams that all have 1 loss at the end of the year and they're going to tiebreak. And so, yes, I think even A&M fans, I don't want to speak for them, would say that, like, hey, Alabama's road has been tougher to this point. But I think 2 things in this case are accurate. 1, it can only beat who they put on your schedule. And then 2, to your point, we do have to sort of contextualize in the moment what's going on. We can sit here now and say Brian Kelly was not the right fit at LSU and all that. But not many people were saying that going into that game. And I think Texas A&M exposed something. So I could go on and on, but I think in this case, both of those things can be true. And we need to acknowledge them, that A&M hasn't played the toughest schedule, but you are what your record says you are, and you can only beat who's on the schedule, and A&M has done that in spades.
It's not like it's a daunting environment we're walking into at 2:30.
No, but I am done with the disrespect of Missouri and Colombia, man. I've been there.
So have I.
They're fine.
Lamest trip I've been. They're fine. I'm saying they're like it's not Tiger Stadium at night. It's 2:30 kickoff, which
Agreed,
I love
but
on the road.
They support their team and they can be loud, and I love that. That's a great little college town.
I will say, of all the people I know that have been there, Hunter is the only one who's complimented it. So
Okay, I went in 21, and I thought it was a high school stadium. Mm-hmm. But they were bad, and they're really good right now. It might be a 61,000, by the way, I looked it up, 61,000, like cozy, like when there's pot and it's sold out. It might be a daunting place in that environment. Just when I went in 21, Missouri was a train wreck.
It feels like Missouri football kind of feels like A&M basketball to an extent. Like if they're not winning, they don't show up. Like it's kind of like that Big 12 vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like if they don't win, it does feel like a high school stadium because they just don't show up.
Well, I will say the worst part about Missouri Stadium is the television camera views. So have you ever noticed their camera view looks completely different than everybody else?
It's like a helicopter.
It's so much lower. No, it's lower. It's like they're on their camera's coming out of like the first deck. So it's super low and it's all zoomed in. It's a different view. Watch. You'll see.
Well,
everyone watching.
So let's go to the Angry Elephant News and Social Center and let Alex start the show off, if you will. I learned this about Alex. He's gone viral on Twitter before.
Wow.
Hello, Alex.
Yeah, I was going to say what I learned about Alex was that he absolutely knows 0 Spanish.
Yeah, this is true.
This is very true.
This I know about Alex. He goes to bed at 1 a.m. and wakes up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, that'll change when you get older.
Yeah, dude.
That doesn't last forever, I promise you.
Yep. I'm going to start off with Hunter. I haven't done this before. So, Hunter, what's on your mind?
All right. So, college football playoff rankings, came out Tuesday night. And I, just like all fans, I absorb it. I watch it. I love it. But if it was up to me, if I was the commissioner of college football, me or Josh Pate, right?
I'd vote for you.
December 7th, the day after the championship games, that's when I would come out with my rankings. And you don't get teased all the way before. Now, I like it because we all get to see it and follow it and who has a shot.
It's like preseason rankings, right?
Right. But here's, when I'm in trial, the judge doesn't stop me halfway through and say, hey, Shurtleff, your plaintiff's a little bit behind right now. I got the defendant a couple points ahead of you. I mean, you still got a shot here. But he needs to do this, this, and this.
See, that's the court TV I need.
All right, we're going to close it out. Schoon, why don't you tell the people what to do, but also
in Spanish.
Well, if you can, which I don't think you speak Spanish at all. But say, if you ain't in my jersey.
Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't do that, you ain't in my jersey.
I just like an awkward ending.
Sharon. That's just like the Torres interview. Like, okay, and yeah, see ya. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Nos vemos mañana.